Welcome, students. Today I am going to talk about the energy flow and the productivity of ecosystems. The It is a well-known fact that in ecosystem ecology we mainly focus on the study of energy flow and nutrient recycling. So there is a difference between these two. In terms of energy, ecosystem is an open system, and in terms of nutrients, it is actually closed system. So, energy, the ultimate source of energy for every type of ecosystem is sun. So, and the energy is transferred from tropic level 1 to tropic level 2, tropic level 2 to tropic level 3, and T3 to T4, and ultimately, if it is T5, then it will also transfer to T5. But during that transfer, the important thing is that whether the energy flow in ecosystem are 100% efficient or not. But the truth is that energy flow between different tropic levels are never 100% efficient. It means that there is always loss of energy when energy is transferred from one tropic level to tropic rather or the next tropic level. Uh, on an average, 10 to 20 only 10 to 20% of the existing energy is actually transferred to the next tropic level. In simple terms, if for example at T1 the energy is suppose 100 joules, then only 10 to 20 joules is transferred to T2 level. So an ecosystem energy budget depends on the primary productivity. So further we can understand this energy flow in these terms: the productivity of ecosystems, and the productivity can be defined, can be categorized as the primary productivity and secondary productivity. Primary productivity, the amount or the rate at which of light energy is converted to into a chemical energy that of organic compound by autotrophs of an ecosystem during a given time period is called as primary productivity. It means the rate of photosynthesis, and the photosynthesis are performed by photoautotrophs, or we can say the photosynthesis is performed by organisms which belongs to T1 level. For primary productivity is further divided into two type of productivity. One is gross primary productivity, another is net primary productivity. GPP is actually the total primary productivity. That is, in a particular time period, in a particular available space, the total amount of photosynthesis, or the total amount of energy transformed. That is, radiant energy is transformed to the chemical energy of the food. That is called as actually gross primary productivity. NPP, net primary productivity, is the productivity. NPP is the productivity stored as organic matter in the plants after the organic matter consumed by the plants for their growth, development, and reproduction. Or we can say NPP is actually GPP minus respiration. Means the amount of energy which is transformed, or which is actually produced by the autotrophs, or we can say the plants, uh, out of this particular gross primary productivity, the plant will consume energy for its own work, for its own growth, for its development, reproduction. There are different type of works performed by plants, which is related to which is related to their growth. So in that particular work, the energy is consumed. So that consumed energy is actually here it is shown by respiration. So if we extract this particular amount of energy from the GPP, then it is actually NPP, net primary productivity. By this slide you can understand what is net primary productivity. Here NPP is equal to GPP minus R, glucose produced during photosynthesis, that is actually called as gross primary productivity, Some glucose is used to supply energy to dry cellular process, that is respiration, and the remaining glucose is available to be laid down as new material biomass, that is net primary production, and it is available to next uh, topic level. So this is the comparative analysis of the net primary productivity of different biomes or different ecosystems. You can see the estuaries, marshes, tropical rainforest, they are the front runners, and they show maximum net primary productivity, while desert and extreme desert, tundra, the open oceans, they are relatively less in net primary productivity. Productivity is usually expressed in units of energy per unit area, per unit time, kilocalories per square meter per year. However, productivity may also be expressed in units of dry organic matter. The amount of accumulated organic matter found in an area at a given time is the standing crop biomass. Biomass is usually expressed as grams of organic matter per square meter or some other appropriate unit of areas. Biomass differs from productivity. Productivity is the rate at which organic matter is created by photosynthesis. Biomass is the amount of organic matter present at any given time period. Secondary productivity. Secondary productivity is the rate at which an ecosystem consumer convert the chemical energy of the food they eat into their own new biomass. So you can see this is the slide which is showing secondary productivity. That is food eaten by the herbivore. In this picture, it is rabbit, and the energy drive energy you consume to drive the cellular process. There's its own respiration and waste product. So energy is lost. Ecological efficiency actually is the ratio of net primary productivity at one tropic level to the net primary productivity at the level below. As I had mentioned earlier, that ecological efficiency vary depending on the organism involved, but usually it ranges from 5 to 20% only. So you can see ecological efficiency, it is typically 10%, or we can say 90% of the energy is lost during lost, or we can say 90% of energy is not transferred to the next topic level. These are actually the energy flow diagrams at a single topic level. It is showing different type of ecological efficiency, like consumption efficiency, assimilation efficiency, and production efficiency. So now we will move to energy flow in ecosystem. All organisms require energy for their growth, maintenance, reproduction, locomotion. Hence, for all organisms, there must be a source of energy. A loss of usable energy is also there. Type of energy: there is a heat energy, mechanical energy, and chemical energy. Chemical energy is the energy stored in molecular bonds. Transformation of energy, that is how solar energy is converted to chemical energy. It is actually the physiological biochemical process, photosynthesis, which is responsible for this transformation. The transformation of energy from solar radiation to chemical energy and the mechanical energy, and finally back to heat, are traditional topic of ecosystem ecology. Whenever there is we talk about energy, then it follows the rules of the basic laws of thermodynamics. The first law of thermodynamics states that the energy can be converted from one form to another but cannot be destroyed. The second law is actually relates with the efficiency of energy transfer. It means that whenever transformation of energy always results into some loss or dissipation of energy, and this lost energy or dissipation of energy actually increases the entropy of the system. The entropy tends to increase in energy exchange or in closed system. The potential energy of the final state will be less than that of initial state, and entropy actually relates with the disorderness. So this slide is actually showing how the energies flow between different components of the ecosystem. Basically, the biotic components of the ecosystem. You can see the producers, from producers to consumers, and consumers to decomposers, or from producers to decomposers. Whenever energy is transferred, as well as energy is lost in the form of heat, and that increases the entropy. These are the models, energy flow models. One type of model is called a single chain model. Another type of models are called as double chain model. The single chain model of Lindemann is a very popular model. It is showing, you can see that different topic levels, autotrophs and herbivores is at T2, carnivores at T3. Uh, the square is actually representing the topic level of autotrophs. For, you can say, autotrophs, they have much larger square, while the square of herbivore is smaller, carnivore is even smaller. The square is actually representing the biomass. So biomass as well as energy level. Energy content at T1 is high, T2 is then low, and then T3 is even low. This is an energy flow model at a single topic level. This is model is of EP Odom, very popular universal energy flow model by Odom, and it shows how the energy distribution at a particular topic level. This is Y-shaped model. Uh, it shows how it links the grazing food chain with the detritus food chains. Okay, thank you.